Go through the swing in a moment. What's happening at the moment, which is quite interesting, if we look at your shot dispersion, you've actually got a little gap, sort of middle to fractionally right. So you've almost hit 50% of your shots which are landed kind of over on the right. Yep. Not horrendous, but over on the right. And then you've almost got the other 50% have landed slightly left. So whenever you hit off centre, toe or heel, the club has got some reaction to that. You get some sort of twisting. At the moment, if you hit the centre, which you have done, because ball speed jumps up, your face tends to be a little open. And what happens then is you get high ball speed, but the ball curves off to the right. The straightest shots you've hit are actually your heel strikes. Because what you're almost doing is you're using, not intentionally, but you're using the heel strike to twist the face closed, which gets the ball to finish actually closer to target. But you lose ball speed, you don't get the right flight. Yep. So it's almost like your face is slightly open. The best way for you to close it is your heel strikes. Okay. But they probably don't feel great. They launch lower, they spin more, they drift right, you lose distance. Yep. And when you get one at the middle, the face is open. So there's that little kind of balance going on between where the face points and where you strike it. So we obviously want centered strikes, but we want the face to be slightly closed. Square to closed. Yeah. So what's interesting is when you move from setup to backswing, your club face at the top is in what we would class as slightly closed position. That's not wrong, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. But the pattern is at impact, it's slightly open, unless you heel it and then it closes. So we need to look at, okay, well, why is your club face going from a stronger position, which would be great if we could have centered strike and pass right, but why is it going from slightly closed to slightly open? Yeah. And it's probably what you know is that you get a little bit steep on it. Yeah. And then when you get a little steep on it, you then drop the shaft this way, which opens the face. Now, the reason you get a little steep on it is, and this is kind of more of a face on, if you want to move around the face, I'll show you what happens here. If you've got your body angle, so here's my body angle, neutral, there's 3 ways I can change my spine angle. I can keep the lower part of my spine where it is, and I can move my head. That would obviously change the angle. I can keep my head where it is, and I can change the bottom part, or we can do a combination of both. You know, if I move the bottom of my head, I get tilty. So from setup, which we'll make a tweak to, but on the whole, it's pretty good. What you do is you take the bottom of your spine, or your hips and your thighs, your head stays nice and centered, but the legs go to the right, which gets you out of tilt here. But it's not because your head's moving, it's because this part is shifting too much this way, which gets you out of position here. And then as soon as you start your downswing, it's going to get a little steep. Then you go this way, and this late shallow is something that opens the face. And in that latter part of the downswing, we want to be starting to close the face. So when I look at your golf swing and I'm seeing that club face and thinking that club face needs to start squaring up, yours is in the process of opening. So what we've got to do is we've got to get you to go tweaking setup. We've got to get you to feel, this is the key thing, feel like this upper part is going that way as the lower part is going that way. It's not the reality. Okay. It's just the feel. Yeah. So it's going to almost have the idea that you're going this way. Okay, not going to look like that. Yes. And then from here, the club's going to be in a position where we don't have to late shallow it. And from here, we can start to return the club face back to the ball. I basically want to make it easier for you to square the face. And if I can make it easy for you to square the face, the hope is that I don't have to tell you what to do. You'll just naturally start to do that.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so get yourself set up first.
Yes.
Just no different as you were.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a couple of tweaks I want to make. So the first thing would be, I want you to go right foot a little wider.
Yeah.
Not just the toe, come on, that's cheating. No, the whole foot, not just the toe.
Yeah.
No, not the toe, the whole foot. There we go, wider, there we go, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so that straight away puts the middle of you more behind the ball.
Yes. Okay,
which is going to feel like it's a bit hard to get to the golf ball. Keep the hips where they are.
Yeah.
And I want you to have just a little bit more tilt away from the target.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, and when you've got this tilt through your shoulders, allow your head, your ears and your eyes to be parallel to that. So never try and get the head sort of parallel to the ground. You're going to let your head fall into line with what you do with your shoulders. Okay, hold that there. Yeah. Okay, ball's a fraction further forward than it needs to be, so you just need to shuffle both feet forward a bit. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Perfect, that's it. Now keep that left where it is and bump that right a bit further away from you. Good. Okay, hands forward, shoulder up. There you go. How's that feel?
Weird.
Good. Okay. Weird means we've changed something.
Yes.
Okay. Let's not do anything else
Yeah.
other than just let you hit a shot from there. I just want you to sort of get a little bit more comfortable with that setup, which is going to feel very odd. Done.
Yeah, that's done.
There we go. Well, you got 233 straight away. There you go. So picked you up. I did my maths. 9 yards. There we go.
Yeah.
Straight away. Straight away. But it's understanding that, you know, the club hits the ball, right? There's a pattern into how that club hits the ball, and this is a message that everyone can take. Almost everything that you could do, further away, closer, wider stance, will influence it. It will change it, because there's no way that you can keep the exact same collision if things have changed. So I know that moving this and moving this is actually going to impact what's happening at impact, if that makes sense. So we're expecting change. I wasn't expecting that big, but that's good.
Yeah.
So when someone on the golf course says to you, oh, your stance is too wide, your stance is too narrow, they need to know how that's going to change impact before they can really give that advice. And if you're getting that advice, you need to know what it's going to do. You can't just change it because it's got to look better. Okay, same again. So slightly wider stance, which is ideal. Okay, if you want to jump off, I'm just going to give you a little exercise to do. So I want you to think a little bit about your front heel, left heel. And we're going to get you in here, club across shoulders. Yeah. Still try and get wider stance, still try and get the kind of tilt. But as this knee, I don't want to use the word collapses, that sounds like it's horrendous, but as it moves too much in and the legs move too much across, that's what influences and takes your kind of good body tilt that we've got now and sort of gets it into the wrong position. What I want you to try and do is think about getting this grip more over your right knee in the backswing. And as you do that, I want you to feel that the left heel actually moves slightly towards the target. I appreciate you can't really see that from where you are, but as I'm turning, that heel is actually going towards the target. What that's doing is it's meaning my hips are turning, and if my hips are turning like this, as the knee moves forward and down, the heel will move towards the target. The more that the legs go this way, it would feel like you could lift the whole left side, but it's going to feel harder to get the heel to go up and towards the target. Okay, so just jump on there with club across your shoulders. So just posture into there. Okay, do it this. It's easier this way if you go hands crossed. There we go. Perfect. Okay, into your posture. Right foot a little wider. Okay, a little bit more upper body tilt. Good. There we go. Now, just slowly start your rotation. Okay, just slowly. Good. And it was going to feel like as you start to keep turning, this is going to feel like it. Feel how it kind of spins that way? Good. Back to start.
Yep.
Good. Do that again. So hips are going to go. So pull that club over. There we go. More turn, more turn, more turn.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, good. And again. So I want you to just make sure this left heel just clips my foot as you do this move. Beautiful. There you go. Okay, good. And again. Beautiful. Good. Okay. So I want you to now make some backswings, not going to hit any shots, where you feel, or you try and get your left shoulder to go over your right knee, and you feel like you keep that knee high, but heel goes up into the target. Okay. So no swing. So you're just going to go set up, right foot a little wider, a little more tilt. Good. So you're going to go, this shoulder's going to go over that knee. You're going to keep the knee high and feel like you clip my foot with your heel, just a backswing, obviously, because I'm in the way. Okay. Beautiful. Good. And again. I'm just going to keep the hips forward as you do that. So there you go. Beautiful. Good. Okay. Good. There you go. Beautiful. Good. Good. Odd?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to hit me a couple of shots. With a pause at the top. Okay. So I'm going to basically jump in and see if I can kind of help you. Good. I like it. Excellent. That was good. Didn't middle it, obviously. Okay, so backswing and hold it. Beautiful. Good. Just clip it. Good. Little draw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Little draw. Attack angle 5 up. We have gone. I mean, I don't think that was heel.
No, no.
I mean, your efficiency there is 1.49, so centered. So basically, you've gone attack angle down, path out to in, contacts like the heel, to suddenly path right, attack angle up, contact centered. And not one thought was on the club. No. It was just about going, can we get set up? Yes. Can we get a good turn with the heel going what you feel is like up like this, which keeps everything high here. Your left side is always lower than your right, but your left side was going too low. Okay. And when it's too low and you turn, you've got nowhere to go other than try and hit way down and left, which you could get away with an iron, or you try and reverse it this way. And when you reverse it, the face is opening and it's just, it's way right unless you heel it. So what I want you to do now is basically try and do that without the pause. Okay. So you're just going to go set up. And if I was to exaggerate the feel, it would feel like I'm lifting this left side up. Okay? Yes. If I can find one, I'll put it on the screen in this video. But if you look at Rory, if you look at the heel here, downswing, his heel is close to the target. It's total. Subtle, but if you look at Rory's heel, he goes backswing, lifts, and it goes down close to the target because of what he's doing. Almost this movement that we're talking about here. Yeah. And you can almost practice that. You can almost sort of go heel down, turn, lift the heel, plant it closer. Up, plant it closer. And that's a great feeling for you because to make that movement, that's not going to make it happen. Yeah. Okay? So a little bit more tilt with your upper body. Good. Okay. Good. That's it. Turn behind it with the upper. Yeah. Lift the heel. Feel like you plant it closer to the target. That's it. Go for it. Oh, mate, that's so good. That's so good.
That was good. Yeah, I lost that one.
It's all right. Yes. Just turned over and...
Yes. At least I know what I'm...
I mean, your numbers, you know, you hit up on it, your path was right. Yeah, It was great. Yeah. That was really good. Woo. Ball speed jumped up on that one.
Yeah, I'll put a bit into that.
2, 5, 6.
Yeah.
There you go, that's 32 yards longer. Path, 0. Face, 0. Hitting up by 3.4. I mean, that is literally like...
Hang on.
That's when you literally cannot hit a better golf shot than that. Your path is straight, your face is straight, you've hit it out the centre, it's carried 32 yards longer, and it's landed... I mean, that's so good. That is absolutely on the money. That's so good. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Little heel stomp. Well, it's not even a stomp, it's a lift it and push it forward. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like I can really get under it.
You feel like a trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you mentioned tee height was a little bit low, but I don't think you need to go that much higher.
No. Would you say that is...
That's okay. And this is a good message for anyone kind of listening. If you're making any swing changes or any adjustments in your swing, I would be going, make those changes to get the swing kind of moving where you want it to move and then look at tee height. Don't go tee height first because as the swing changes, tee height will be affected. So you don't want to be going down in the tee height, then making swing changes. You want to be going, get the swing to where it is and then say, is that now where it needs to be? Oh. So if you were hitting these high in the face now, we'd drop the tee down. Yes. Because you're swinging it how we want you to, you're delivering the club how I want you to, then we look at strike. But what's interesting, and I keep kind of banging on about this message, but you said you never hit one that was left, and everything was drifting right. And we know that your face tended to be open, and on the ones that you hit at the centre, you never really got the face closed. You've hit 2 to 3 little draws. That one was a slight overdraw, which means that the face is closed more. Mm-hmm. And not once in this lesson have we mentioned the golf club. And that's such a strong message that if you can get your body moving well, you give yourself the chance to square the face. And you don't have to think about wrapping the right hand over, or it's just making it so it naturally happens. And that's kind of where you want to go. I like that. Little push, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's in,
that's
it's in,
fine, yeah.
it's in the fairway, just didn't turn back.
No.
261.
Yeah, that was nice.
We are going up in yardage. I mean, right, last one.
Yeah.
Just for a bit of fun, just give it the beans, see what we can get. I mean, we smashed our 250, we got to 261, but just see what you can get.
Yeah.
Bit of fun. So let's just double check you're okay. Stance is good, a little bit of tilt, that's it. Left shoulder behind it, lift the heel. Oh, do you know what? You've done it. That's such a good drive. That's such a good drive. Come on, come on. Ah, 261.
261, lovely.
The last two over 260 though, mate. That is perfect.
Yeah.
That's such a good shot.